Hey boys and girls, Miss Alford here. And so yesterday you guys got to watch a lesson with Miss Parker, and she helped you get your opinion or your book review started. And so what we're going to do today is we are going to find evidence for the bullets, and then we are going to write the conclusion. So let's look at reason number one. I think Unforgettable Natural Disasters is an unforgettable book that kids will love because it has amazing pictures and graphics. So now what we're going to do, you guys see those 3 bullet points underneath? We don't necessarily have to find 3 ideas, but 2 is a good place to start. So let's go back into our book, and here is one piece of evidence that I found in our text. There are maps and diagrams to show me certain disasters happen, pages 22 and 23. And so this is an example of earthquakes. And as you can see over here, it talks about the plate tectonics. It talks about all these red dots right here are where earthquakes have happened. And so, or major earthquake sites. And so this supports my reason number one, that it has amazing pictures and graphics, because if you look at that, that is a lot of red dots, right? That's a lot of places where earthquakes happen, and we're not even aware of all those things. So that's something that we have learned. And then over here in the shaken part, it shows you how earthquakes can happen. And so this is what we would call a graphic as well. And so now I'm going to find another reason to support that it has amazing pictures and graphics. And so I found another one. There are photographs that show disasters in action and the wreckage, page 35. So this is page 34 and 35. And if you pay attention to the background, you can see this is Hurricane Katrina. This is one of the hurricanes that actually hit the United States. And so with this picture in the background, we can see the hurricane as it's happening, and then up here we can see the flooding that happened. This is also called the wreckage. So I have found 2 examples in the text that support that Unforgettable Natural Disasters has amazing pictures and graphics. Now, we didn't say that they would all be happy pictures and graphics. We just said that they would be amazing, because this is actually kind of sad to see that these people's homes have been destroyed by hurricanes, but this is unforgettable natural disasters. So we are going to run into some shocking information. So let's look at reason number 2. Reason number 2, I think Unforgettable Natural Disasters is an unforgettable book that kids will love because it not only teaches about storms, but it also teaches about diseases. And so my focus for this one was to find evidence in the text that supports the fact that it teaches about diseases. And you know I found it, so let's see. Reason number 2. So the bullet point, it explains illnesses from the past. So this is an example of the 1918 flu. This is actually pages 52 and 53. And it says, during the flu pandemic, people wore white gauze masks when they were in public. This helped stop the virus from entering their mouths or noses and prevented infections. And these are actually nurses who are going in and going to help sick people. And then it also gives us information about how some germs are spread. And so if you look at this, it should remind you of what we're going through right now, right? So this is what, this is just some examples, or this is just something that I found that kind of made me think about what we're doing right now. Staying in home, social distancing, sheltering in place, making sure you wear a mask and gloves to protect yourself from COVID-19. So let's look at another reason. And then it makes me think about today's pandemic, right? Disaster from within. And if you look at this word right here, this is called a pandemic. A pandemic is just a disease that spreads around the whole world. And so sometimes when we think about natural disasters, we don't think about diseases. But if you look at it, the world is shut down right now to try and prevent this disease from spreading too rapidly and from hurting too many people. And so one thing that I did really like too, though, is that in turn, scientists are discovering new ways to treat these threats, and people are finding new ways to thrive. So we have dealt with pandemics before. So this is just something that encouraged me to know that our scientists and our doctors are out trying to find a vaccine or ways to help us battle COVID-19. So hopefully I'll get to see your lovely faces soon. Again, yes. All right, so now let's look at our conclusion. What does a conclusion do? In an opinion piece, we're going to restate the opinion and summarize the reasons that we stated in our book review. Now, this is restate, which means that we are not going to just pull them from our introduction and throw them in our conclusion, but we are going to mention them. And so let's see what that looks like. All right, so here's our conclusion. We have everything here. Here are our supporting reasons. This is our evidence. This is our evidence. And then these are supporting evidence to our reasons. I'm sorry. These are our reasons and this is our evidence. So here's my conclusion. This book is full of great information. It is written in a way kids will understand and will help them enjoy learning. The book has wonderful pictures to keep readers interested in the book. And if you see, I used a different adjective here. I didn't say it has amazing pictures and graphics. I did say wonderful though. So I did mention that it has wonderful pictures that will keep readers interested in the book. It also teaches a little bit about several kinds of disasters instead of a lot about one disaster. Most of all, this book helps us see how the world has handled other disease disasters or pandemics like the one we are facing in 2020. And so I didn't explicitly state the same words, but I did say it teaches about diseases. It teaches about storms. It has amazing pictures and graphics. So if you want to read more about natural disasters, this book is for you. Check it out. So one thing that I want to remind you is that a conclusion is just a restating of what you've said before. So don't take the sentences from your introduction and throw them in there into your conclusion and think that, oh man, I'm finished. I want you to go in and I want you to restate them in another way. Also, make sure that you have at least 2 supporting details or 2 supporting facts from the book that actually provides evidence to support your reasons. So I look forward to reading what you guys write. Have a great day.